Hey guys, and welcome to the first ever episode 6, part 2 of the FRAGCAST featuring Bastion on PS4.
Take 6.
Take 6. Take 6. So now he just got me again. Sorry about that, guys. I'm tearing up a little bit here. I had a couple mistakes.
Yeah.
One or two mistakes.
It'll be up in the blooper reel.
Couple two trees.
Yeah, but we have our good friends Marty and Jeff joining us again, and then Jeff will be paying.
You're going to be paying Bastion.
He's going to be playing
I need about $3.50.
Bastion for us. You talk for a minute. Just give me a moment. Let me recoup. You talk for a moment here. But
Anyway.
So what do we consider this game exactly?
Amazing.
Absolutely amazing. Adam actually talked me into buying it. I'm like, Adam, I'm sitting there talking to him the one night in PS4 chat. We're just chilling. He's playing, what were you playing?
I think I was playing...
Destiny.
Destiny.
Yeah, he was playing Destiny. I'm chilling. I'm like, dude, what Bastion's on here? What's this all about? He's like, buy it now. It's amazing. It was on sale, a nice sale, PS4's flash sale.
Yeah, I think it was on
$13.88 or something like that. So I actually purchased it, and I fell in love with it instantly. Just so you guys know a little background on Bastion, the company that created Bastion is Supergiant. Yes, and they also created Transistor.
Which, if you haven't played Transistor, they do such a good job with their games. The music is always fantastic, the story, the gameplay, it all comes together great, and you're going to see Bastion here. I listen to the soundtrack for Bastion on a regular basis. It's a fantastic game. Highly recommend it. It is on Steam.
Do normal, just start it over again.
I think it's on Steam. It is on Steam. I have it on PC. I think it's on Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 4.
It's actually, from what I saw, was just Xbox 360, PS4, and Steam, and that was it.
Oh, okay. I wasn't 100% sure on PS3. I haven't had a PS3 news. But yeah, the game...
Uh-oh.
You broke it.
You broke it. But...
Take 7. But
yeah, Take 7. But, going back to it again, just to give a little background on the company that provided this Bastion. I want to talk about them a little bit because this game's just simply amazing. You can hear as you're going through the narrative. The game's insane.
The narrator, his voice is so relaxing and soothing.
He gets up and sets off.
Yeah.
It literally explains everything. We're going to get into that in a little bit more detail in a moment. But what was the name of the game? Supergiant Games. They were actually at PAX East showing off Bastion. They were just showing off the game, and they had a 3-hour wait line for people just to come and play try this game. And then the Sony reps came over, and they're like, we want to see what this is all about. So they played it. They came over, said some positive things about the game, and then bam, out of nowhere, they got the phone call within a couple weeks or whatever. They were at Sony headquarters in California, ready to get their game ready to launch on PS4.
I think they're actually partnered with Sony now for exclusivity for future titles. I'm not 100% sure on that.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything about that
But Sony
yet.
is making a gigantic push for the indie scene. Gigantic push. With, what's the one coming out? No Man's Sky? Is that it?
I have no idea.
I think that's it. It's like a space exploration game. Game looks amazing. The company that made that, it's 4 dudes, and they actually created a bot in their game to help explore the universe because they can't do it themselves.
Well,
But yeah.
This game, if you listen to let's go right into it and talk about the actual type of game it is. This is an indie game. It's action RPG. It's focused primarily on the action and the storyline. Okay.
There is the RPG elements, like you can level up you get new weapons, you can level up stuff like that. And,
you'll see that in a little bit.
I like how they do the isometric kind of view from it. It almost reminds me of like a Marble Madness or something.
Yeah.
Just a very,
I like the view. The graphics are very, very
like
clean.
Diablo kind of feel, just the...
The graphics are fantastically clean. Even on PC and Xbox 360, they were always really, really, really clean, crisp graphics. Same thing with Transistor. Like Supergiant Games, they make a lot of good titles.
What we have to do is, next time it gets into a big cluster of objects for him to break, we're going to sit quiet for a moment just so you guys can hear the narrator talking about what he's doing. It's amazing. Literally everything you do in this game, the narrator picks up on it, and he talks about it, and I couldn't believe it. I'm hooked. Yeah. Ever since this game, I started playing it, I can't stop. I had to start a new game, which sucks because it deleted my old game, all the content I had on there.
I've played through this game like 3 times.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
But
I played it blind on my own. Then I got into streaming on my old channel on YouTube and Twitch.
Yeah.
And I played through it in like 2 days on my stream, and then I played through it again like a couple weeks later, just for funsies.
So Marty, let's bring you in here. What do you think how this looks right now, bud? Because Marty actually hasn't had the chance to play this game yet. This is the first time he's seeing it.
Well, I watched a little bit of gameplay the other day on it, and like I said, I kind of like that isometric approach that they give you to the game. The narration was pretty interesting. Like you said, every little thing you do, you've got that guy talking to you. Like if you start smashing stuff, I hear him say like, "Oh, you're going on a rampage," and certain things like that. But overall, it's a pretty decent game. Obviously, I couldn't to say from the gameplay. I haven't had a chance to play it yet, but it looks pretty interesting.
You're supposed to be blocking, Jeff. There you go.
All right, there's a part coming up here soon. Once these guys all explode, we're going to stop talking so you can hear the narrator. All right, here you go. Obviously last call because they're in a bar. I mean, but it's just fantastic.
Jeff, I believe you also have a repeater gun you can use.
Yeah, he's been using it. He's been using it effectively. Yeah.
I didn't even see you use
it.
Yeah,
jeez, Marty. That's it. Timeout. Timeout, Marty. You're in timeout.
You get a lot of really cool guns, too. A lot of really cool weapons. You get a bow.
As you move further on in progression in the gameplay, you pick up different, like, say, ranged weapons and things of that sort. Are the weapons interchangeable that you could go back and change back to the original
You'll see that. I don't want to spoil the game for anybody that's about to play it, but basically the premise behind the game is his world was destroyed, and he's out to rebuild it. And he's venturing out in the world, and he's attacking these monsters that stole these crystals that he needs to rebuild Bastion, his home world. So when he goes out and he does all that, when he starts rebuilding his world, he's going to rebuild different sections of the village that has a blacksmith, an upgrade station, a place where you can use potions. But you're going to do all that throughout the game. I don't want to tell you what's going to happen when you use them because that'll ruin it for everybody. But you're basically just rebuilding your society.
Yeah. And
there's an old man in there that just tells you everything.
The old man is the narrator.
Yeah, the old man is the narrator. I didn't want to say that, but, it is what it is. Now you know.
It's kind of obvious.
Yeah, it comes out. They tell you in the first 10 minutes of the game.
Yeah, which you're going to see if you're watching this video.
Well, there you go. There's Marty's answer one of his questions about getting a new weapon. There's a bunch of different weapons you can get and a bunch of different upgrades that you find. Usually you get the upgrades, they're not necessarily in plain sight. Some of them you actually have to go off course a little bit and venture out and find them, which I thought was really cool.
Yeah, there is a lot of exploration in this game, and there is some farming if you want to get everything in the game.
Yeah.
But if they watch the part 1 of the FRAGCAST, which if you haven't, you can actually, there's a link in the description down below, or you can watch it directly on ReFragNation.com.
ReFragNation.com. There you go.
But if you didn't watch it, go back, and we were talking about instant gratification, where if you don't like to farm, you don't have to. It's not very pertinent in this game to farm and get everything. You don't need it to complete the game. But as a completionist, I like to do that.
Go ahead and walk off the edge so that they can hear what happens. Oh, it's not going to let you on this part.
No, you can't walk off on this part.
Oh, okay.
There are certain parts you can, like right there.
And then he falls to his death. I mean, the narration it's impeccable. I mean,
and his voice, man. I kind of want to take a nap.
I don't want to take a nap. I'm getting I kind of just want him to not hurt me.
I want him to narrate my everyday.
That would be cool, man. Adam
got out of bed.
He had to. Reminds me of the guy who narrates The Big Lebowski a little bit. Who's the guy sitting at the bar?
Yeah. Adam had to get up. He had to poop.
Yeah, he had to poop. It was a violent poop. But
how do you know about my morning routine?
I hear about it. Trust me.
You hear it from 2 towns over? That's kind of.
I hear it. It's pretty explosive, guys. But the game, here, you see, he just found a new skill. That's one of his special abilities. You can see it explains to you what you got to do to use it. And I'm just so glad that Adam turned me on to this game. I'm actually going to try out Transistor because of this game. Also, one thing I wanted to bring up too, which I thought was really cool, they have skill challenges in this game. Instead of just adventuring in the world, you can go do these skill challenges.
Oh, they're hard too.
They are extremely difficult. I got gold in one of them so far with the breaker bow.
Jeff, you're not supposed to fall off the stage.
But
just once to show everyone.
But yeah, I did it with the breaker bow, as you're seeing here. And I found out, I don't want to ruin it for anybody, but there's certain things you have to do before you can actually complete it and get the gold. And I got the gold for it, and I unlocked, it gives you special stuff to upgrade your weapons. Like here, now you can go in, as Marty asked earlier, if you can change things.
Yeah.
You can change your special ability, you can change what weapons you're using, and each weapon, what are the word I'm thinking about? They
like Nora could get a pair of those shorts.
They work together with each other. Like Breaker's Bow and Kale Hammer, they go together. No, it was the Fang Repeater.
Yeah.
And Kale Hammer, they go together well. Breaker's Bow and
that should be the Frag Repeater.
Yeah, the Frag Repeater. Yeah. Hey. But then he's gonna get another weapon soon that goes with Breaker's Bow. You guys will see that. But I think you actually might get it in here. No, this is where you just...
No, this is where you can make potions.
This is it. It was the potions. You can upgrade your character. Basically, you can pick C10 crit hit chance. Absorb stray fragments is what I picked. Same exact one that he just picked. Basically, the fragments are what you use to purchase things in the game. And, I thought it would be a great idea just to be able to pick them up and not have to worry about running everywhere to chase them down.
It's really good for farming. It's really good for farming. You were in there, Jeff.
I was behind the box.
All right.
But yeah, the game, I can't wait to actually pick it back up again. I don't even care that it was restarted because it was that much fun in the beginning.
Not used to that.
Strike 3.
Strike 3, he's out.
But yeah, the game, I can't say it enough. This game is just amazing. The soundtrack in it is just ridiculous. Like, what's really cool? There's this girl. She has an amazing voice. She did a cover of... it's called Build That Wall, which is like the main theme, the main title theme of I've listened to it on like repeat before. They did such a good job with the soundtrack, which you don't see that a lot these days, where it's a soundtrack that you can listen to outside of the game.
Yeah, the soundtrack is actually really good. He had it playing on Spotify on the PS4. Again, I wanted to apologize a little bit to Xbox players because it's not an Xbox One. I kind of wish you guys had it. The game is that good. It's so good. I mean, you can go and check it out on Steam. I mean, they have it on Xbox 360, but it's not on Xbox One.
I don't think it will be. This is a game everybody should play.
Exactly. That's what I was getting at.
It's just so done so well. I mean, it kind of sounds like we're fanboying here, and Jeff just fanboyed to the ground. But it's just a really well done game. I mean, you don't see a game like this come around where you can just sit there, jump right in, and be so immersed in the game world. Compared to we're going to be doing a video about Dying Light, which I've played, Jeff has played.
I have not. I will be.
It's a fantastic game. Don't get me wrong. It's really well done. But the story in it from the beginning is kind of And we'll get into that in that video. But this one, you're really engaged by the narrator and the story really early on.
Really, and something else I want to bring up about it. To me lately, games have gotten slightly stale. There's all this hype behind these games coming out, and then you get them and you're like, oh, come on, really?
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot that I can bring up. I'm not going to say any specific games right now, but it's been an ongoing thing. I don't know who they're trying to feed into with these games they're making nowadays, but this, to me, brought me back to my days 5-10 years ago when I was just loving my RPGs, just action RPGs, having a blast playing it. Just hop right in and go, and everything about it is just seamless. There's another game that I played recently that reminded me of this a lot. It was Torchlight, but it was minus the narrative. But the gameplay itself...
Torchlight, yeah, it is very similar, but that's very Diablo-esque as well.
It is. I mean, it's a dungeon crawler with loot, and but it's just the way the what's the imagery on this?
Excuse me.
I apologize, guys, but this the way you're looking, that top-down view. The isometric view, yes. Thank you, Jeff. It just reminds me of the game, the colors, the game itself. It just reminds me of
vibrant.
Yes, it is.
It's very, 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 very vibrant.
But what we're going to do here is watch him try and make it through this part because it's interesting because everything keeps falling apart on you. I'm going to see what he does, and then we'll cut it out there. But as you guys can see, I mean, we can't say it enough. You check this game out. If you have a PlayStation, PC, or Xbox 360, spend the $14 or whatever it is. I don't know if it's still on sale.
PC, you could probably find it dirt cheap. I know it was in a couple Humble Bundles.
Yeah, I don't know. Actually, he introduced me to Humble Bundle.
Humble Bundle's a fantastic thing.
I never knew what it was until Adam introduced me to it a few weeks ago. I used to just pay full price for everything, and now I'm not.
There's a lot of... Well, it's not so much a Steam thing. I mean, most of the games you can get on Humble Bundle, they'll give you a Steam code for, which is great. But you don't have to pay full price for games a lot anymore because of things like Humble Bundle, Amazon Gold Box deals. There's just a lot you could do. You might want to run, Jeff.
He's going down.
But yeah, there's just so much you could do. Like Humble Bundle.
Now you're gonna go to your You'll see.
Once like every couple days. I think there's a weekly bundle and everything like that, and it's just like pay at least $1 and you get like these 3 titles. Pay more than what the average is, you'll get an extra 2, or pay this amount and you get like 10 games.
Okay.
And it's just usually there's always really good games in there, and you can gift. Like, say there was a Humble Bundle with Bastion, Transistor.
Hold off there for a second before we go any further. I don't want to. You can keep talking, but I don't want Jeff to go any further until you're done with talking about the Humble
So
Bundle.
say it had like Bastion and Transistor in it, and you don't have those games, but there's games in the bundle I want. I can send you those games.
Okay.
So like I've gotten so many games on Steam because of Humble Bundles, it's ridiculous. Anyway, continue.
All right. So now what we were talking about before with Marty. Now you can see Jeff. This is taking him back to his village that he's trying to rebuild. The stranger, there he is. That is your narrator. He is the amazing man behind the scenes here. And we'll be quiet here for a second so you guys hear what this is all about. No, I messed it up anyway. But either way, it's explained that you have to go collect all the cores.
Yeah, cores. Like X cores.
Yeah, like X-Core.
I used to be X core.
No, you did. Now he's Adam.
This is the Bastion, all right. Except no one else showed up.
So basically, you'll see here that your whole objective is to get those crystals like he just picked up and placed in there, and now he can start building his town again. He's going to be able to create 2 of whatever he chooses. Oh, it's only 1. I thought it was 2.
No, the first one isn't 1.
It is
I
one?
would highly recommend getting the brothel.
The brothel? Yeah, that's a good idea. But we'll let him pick which one he wants to go to before we do our closing.
I think the first one he has to pick this.
Yeah, it is Foundation.
Yeah.
For the Arsenal.
Yeah.
That's what I went with too, was Arsenal.
Oh god, yeah.
But there you go, guys. You saw it. This takes you back to the Bastion world. This is the world you're trying to rebuild. And I'm going through collecting the cores. And you build one section at a time. You go through. You can go on your adventures. Go through the Skywatch. And basically have a blast playing the game. It's a fantastic game. So before I hand it over to Adam here to give the closing announcements, I want to say a big thank you to Adam, Jeff, Marty. Thank you guys for coming out and being part of this with me. Fantastic. And thank you, audience. Thanks, man. But and thank you, everybody, for checking this out. You know, I appreciate it. We all appreciate it. And we're living our dreams here, and you guys are helping us do that. So thank you. So, Adam?
Well, if you are watching this on YouTube or on ReFragNation.com, make sure you head over to YouTube and hit that like button. If you want to see more in the future, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Also, you can follow us on Twitter at ReFragNation. And we hope to see you in the next video. See ya!
Tally-ho!
See ya.